Yo, welcome to RadMax Crypto, the raddest crypto channel in the galaxy, and sometimes on Earth. Russia, Ukraine, tensions. The tensions are rising, guys. Is Russia going to invade the Ukraine? And is Ukraine using Bitcoin for their front line of defense? Stay tuned.
This. Why are the only funny lines on this show the ones behind me?
In this episode, we're going to see how influential Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is to the Ukraine economy. We're also going to look how Bitcoin itself may help stop a Russian invasion. Let's go.
Okay, now, on with the show.
Well, it looks like the Russian invasion news today really took down crypto. It also took down the equities market. Look at Bitcoin's down almost 8%, Ethereum down 8%. Solana 8%, DOT over 9%. Is this the bottom? Like, what's going to happen if they actually invade? Are we going to see another large drop? Let's take a look at history to see what other events that are similar have done to the markets. I thought this was an interesting chart. It's a geopolitical events and the stock market reactions. It shows the S&P 500 and how much it actually, in percentage, went down based on the event and how long it took to hit the bottom and what the recovery time was for these events. If you look at, for instance, Iraq's invasion in Kuwait, we saw the market, the S&P 500, go down almost 17%. It took 71 days before it hit the bottom, and it took 189 days to recover. And this is after we got into that war with Iraq. The Boston Marathon bombing, 3%. The North Korea missile crisis, almost 2%. So I would say that this was, if I could relate this, I would relate it to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. So it's down 16% overall, but it took 71 days for it to fully go to the bottom and then 189 days to recover. So, if the invasion does happen, don't be surprised if all of the markets, the equity markets, including crypto, sees this kind of hit. Ukraine is going all in on becoming the world's premier crypto superpower, but now the Russian crisis has scared investors. It says here, Ukraine has been positioning itself to be the main decentralized finance hub of not just Eastern Europe, but the world as a whole. Could this be the end of the crypto hub in the Ukraine and Eastern Europe? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Ukraine is building a digital future with Bitcoin. This is an article from the NASDAQ. In the article here, it says, after Russia invaded the Ukraine in 2014, Ukraine's economy took a nosedive and the national currency lost 70% of its value against the US dollar. And it says here that the Ukrainians earned around $400 million from Bitcoin investments in 2020, making Ukraine's Bitcoin investors some of the richest in the world. The Bitcoin craze in Ukraine just isn't limited to the public, but has been embraced by Ukraine's civil servants with large swaths of the government. Ukraine's civil officials in early 2021 reported owning over 2.6 billion Bitcoin, guys, noting that the largest numbers of owners of cryptocurrencies work in city councils, the Ministry of Defense, and the National Police. Guys, 2.6 billion Bitcoin right now are held by government officials, by the government, by the city councils in the Ukraine. Here's an interesting article by Wired Magazine that says that cryptocurrency is funding Ukraine's defense. Now, it says the resistant groups have seen a surge in crypto donations. In fact, they've been raising money over the last year in case Russia does enter into the Ukraine, and they've been doing it mostly with Bitcoin, and some of these groups have raised over $500,000 to provide arms for their resistance. On Tuesday, there was news that Russia was pulling back, and there was optimism in the market, and the market started to pump. Bitcoin rose 3% on Tuesday. But now we're back down again. I think it's going to be a very frothy market until this thing gets resolved. But I do believe that if Russia does enter into the Ukraine, we may see a significant drop. How much exactly? So I would say that if Russia does actually invade the Ukraine, we should see a drop at least down to the 33,800 mark. That would be about 16% to where we are today. Right now, we're currently at $40,638. So I believe that's the markets would take a hit pretty hard. But in the unfortunate circumstance, if Russia does invade the Ukraine, we should all expect a drop. Well, the next week should be interesting. Hopefully the tensions won't continue to rise. If you'd like this video, please slap on a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification button so you'll receive all of the videos. Until next time, I'm RadMax Crypto. Peace.
Yeah, I wish I was Max.